The Legacy of Kain series is a one of a kind. It has a special place in my heart. But today we are going to be discussing about a specific game in the series, Legacy of Kain Defiance.
Here you are. Yes. Let us continue our conversation. Now, what do you have to tell me, Mobius? You cannot kill me. Death is not the only possible outcome.
Combat. The biggest change from the previous series is that they have nailed the combat system of the game. What started as a simple lock on enemy and fighting them one by one, which was a bit slow-paced, has evolved to a much more action-packed combat system. Your movements and attacks are faster, and also you're able to dodge quickly. Also, your game's camera system is changed. Defiance has a fixed cinematic type camera system, sort of like the Resident Evil games. So, you're not necessarily required to move your camera, which works great in the game. In this game, you play as two characters. Meet Kain, a bloodthirsty vampire, great swordsman, bit arrogant and violent. Also, in this game, he looks like he's been hitting the gym for a while. Like many vampires, Kain has telekinesis, and he is many thousand years old. Basically, the most strongest vampire in the game. But he has a weakness that any common house cat has. Water. Yes, in this universe, vampires are allergic to water. If Kain steps in a pond of water, he just teleports. If he doesn't, he will burn. I really like how Kain's design in this game is. He's definitely more buff than the previous games, but I like him in this version better. Meet our second protagonist, Raziel. He once was a normal human, then he became a vampire, then he became whatever this is. You might be wondering why he looks like this. Well, remember when I told you that vampires are allergic to water? Yeah, so he was thrown in a pool of water by Kain and his brothers. But that's another story. Anyways, Raziel is a soul reaver, which means he can eat souls. Raziel is the main point of the story. He is a sort of key to all answers in this franchise. He is underweight but dangerous, because he's literally the most strongest entity in the game. Nosgoth's fate depends on his actions. Everyone fears him. Now, Raziel's story is Kain took away his wings in a sort of jealousy in the first game. So he can't fly now, but he can use his flesh to glide. Unlike the last game, where you could use many weapons, in this game you only have your signature swords. Our Uncle Kain has his sword, the Soul Reaver, and Raziel also has the Soul Reaver, but in spiritual form. And Raziel also is the Soul Reaver. Let me explain. There are two swords, the Soul Reavers in the game. Okay, that is cleared up. Also, Raziel also eats souls, so he is also a Soul Reaver. That makes 3 Soul Reavers in this game. Anyways, the game's environment design is good. The game has a pretty few boss battles as well. But my favorite boss battle is probably the final one, where you fight the giant octopus, the culprit behind everything.
You and your soul reaver will go equally mad as the eons pass. The citadel of the apostates will become your living tomb.
And the soundtrack in this fight it just sets the mood. And that wraps it up. I do hope you've enjoyed this review. I know I haven't discussed many details and haven't explained the story of the game. It's because I genuinely want more people to play this game. It's such an underrated series, but I hope you liked it. And if you did, make sure to support me by giving some love to the like and sub button. Thank you. Best regards, your elder brother.